Hell yeah, it's Dizzo time. Streaming live and alive from the Midwest, it's time for Big Daddy Dizzo.
Bring your lucky rabbit's feet. Bring your special lucky charms. Bring your rubber chickens, whatever totems you need, because it's Friday the 13th, people. Happy Hour Operation, episode 71. We do this every week at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays. And with that said, allow me to be the first one to welcome you to your weekend. Golf clap for you. You made it. It was a long, hard week, I know, and I'm sure you have some wounds that need some healing. So we've got plenty of liquid remedy here. Nice, cold liquid remedy. We're going to jump right into that in just a minute. But how you doing, man? Did you make it okay? Hey, if you're new here, this is called Happy Hour Operation H20, we finally refer to in these parts. And again, we do this every week. Just you, me, blowing off steam from the week, getting you ready for that weekend. And my man or my lady, you are standing at that threshold of the weekend. It's just there for you to grab. And before you know it, you'll be there. And even if you have to work tomorrow, there's still going to be plenty of time for you to recharge those batteries, take it all in, and remember why it is you are living. Because you are not living to work, my friend. You are working so you can live. Oh, yeah, man. I tell you, it feels good to be here. I'm so glad to be spending this time with you. I mean, it was another long, hard week. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about because you're doing the same thing. And no matter what it is you do for your job, whether it is you're out there working with your hands, out there working on the roads, building our infrastructure, or you're working in retail, or you're working in management, or you're working in some high-rise somewhere, everybody's doing a hard thing. And if your job right now is looking for a job because you happen to want to be one of those poor souls that's out of a job right now, well, I feel for you too. And your job right now is to find a job. And that's hard work too. But it's Friday. It's time to put all that aside till Monday and take a break for yourself. Now, last week on Happy Hour Operation, we played Madden. We simulated week one. We lost. Now, the Lions in real life on Sunday night won, and it was a beautiful win in overtime. Cannot be more happier for my boys. But we lost when we played Madden last week, and so we are picking up with week two. Tampa Bay at Detroit. We lost. They lost in the game. And so we are trying to lick our wounds and pick up where we left off and hopefully pull in a win. Now, I adjusted my settings a little bit because I've been struggling with the kicking meter. As you saw from last week, I've been dropping it. I just don't know what it is. I can't get the power. I'm hitting the wrong buttons or something, and I keep kicking it all. I'm missing the extra point. It's just embarrassing. So hopefully the new meter I can have a little bit more luck with. There it is, that luck word again. And then we'll see what we can do. I've also been throwing the ball too soon, so I'm hoping that I put a little trust in the pocket and actually get this thing going to where it goes. Before I get the game going, if you're new to the channel, I could use a like on this video if you like what you see here, because what happens when you like videos on YouTube is it allows those videos to permeate beyond the walls of our channel and into other people's feeds that like things like Madden, and therefore I will fall on their feed and they'll say, who's this cool dude named Big Daddy Dizzo? Look at him, he's losing on Madden. This is really fun to watch. Wait, what did I say? And then, then they might come to our channel and subscribe and help us grow. That being said, if you're not a subscriber on the channel, man, it doesn't cost you a dime. It does help us grow our numbers, therefore get towards monetizing the channel, and therefore allowing us to grow the community, getting some more opportunities to be seen by other people, and eventually, before you know it, doing things like, maybe doing some giveaways and some other cool things that we don't really get an opportunity to do right now because we are still just a small channel. So if you are liking what you see here and you want to get more of it and you want to see us stick around, could really use your subscription. Again, it doesn't cost you a dime. Well, we're going to get started on here now. Let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a rematch of last year's divisional round in the NFC playoffs. It's the Buccaneers and the Lions, and it's coming up next.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. So good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Here we are, week 2 of the season. Greg, everybody has that hope. Let's get off to a good start. Well, these teams lost the opener. Now, bit of pressure here in week 2.
Yeah, it really comes down to, Mike, it's a super simple concept. You just want to feel the sensation of winning. Just get your first win. Of course, they would have loved to start out week 1 in the win column, but now here you are, 2 winless teams, and it is just as simple as we want to walk in the building on Monday and check that win total off and catch our breath. Well, we got an opportunity here in week 2 to do just that, and 2 teams that both want to get a win. It's going to be a great one.
Johnson now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
All right.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run with the 3rd-year man. It's Rashad White. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield.
Yes.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Down, baby.
So on 4th down, time to kick it away. Jake Camarda to do the honors. Deep for the Lions, Holly Freeman.
Nice.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Levante David doing his work on defense. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass.
I tried,
Some
man.
success here
I tried to
early
keep
on
going.
the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. One more time for Montgomery. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he will get into the end zone.
Yeah, baby.
Jameson Williams. Touchdown, Lions. That's his first touchdown of the new year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one complete to Palmer. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure.
Yep. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Marcus Davenport in there for the sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here comes Otten in motion. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Raymond going to return it. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession.
All right, boys, let's do this.
They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On play action, Goff.
Son of a bitch.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss.
Oh, shut up.
Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. So after 1, it's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. The motion man is Raymond. A 2nd down throw for Goff.
Come on, man.
It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And this is going to be
That's
incomplete.
unfortunate.
That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The next drive about to start. We'll remind you what's coming up here in Week 2. A couple of good ones to look forward to. 2 good young quarterbacks going at it later tonight in Houston. The Bears and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, as the new-look Falcons head to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Kickoff there, 8:15 Eastern Time. White loses the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way.
So
Anybody
lucky.
who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
On 2nd down, Baker. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now the 2nd-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Oh, I got confused.
Second down and 8. Goff to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Now Goff. Quickly, they get it into the hands of
What
Williams.
the fuck was that?
And a good short tackle right
That's
there.
not what
That's
not what the play I thought I
short of the
chose.
marker. It sets up 4th down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive
What
backs
is
that are
that
chasing the ball
fucking
carrier,
arrow?
the offensive line are
There
the ones
is no
responsible
wind
for them, and
in
sometimes
Ford
that's
Field.
just a speed mismatch, and they can't
There
get out
is no
front.
wind in Ford Field.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely
Christ,
one
this is so
they're gonna
stupid
wanna have
sometimes.
The Buccaneers offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football to operate in. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
Here's a 3rd and 10. Baker to throw.
Yeah.
And they're going to get to him and take him down.
Hutch,
Take it back
baby.
to the other side of midfield. It's Hutch. Aiden Hutchinson, former #2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
My boy Hutch.
Remaining here in this 1st half.
All right, let's see if we can do something here.
Back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Here's Jake Camarda now as he is on to punt for Tampa Bay. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Goff.
Oh, no. Oh. Yes.
Working free downfield. It is Williams. Big gain of 27 yards. What a way to open the drive.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the 1st half, and then the possession
way too
to
much
come out of the
coverage.
halftime
It's
break.
good thing he flipped around.
Maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
That ball broken.
Dude,
It is
fuck you, the
incomplete.
CPU.
They tried the
That
shot
guy
on
was-
1st down. Couldn't
Fuck
connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just
CPU
not a lot
cheats.
of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Lions first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand.
Why can't my
Live to play
fucking
another
guys
down.
stop these fuckers,
Instead,
man?
he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Swear to God. I wonder why I'm freaking out and throwing it too fast.
On 2nd down, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws,
Shut up,
you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points to generate explosive plays, and after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now, the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Lions move further out in front. It is now 7.
Love that for halftime. Burn down this clock now. Stop these guys.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Johnson now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. So we've reached halftime here at Ford Field, and the Lions have the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, back to you and Greg in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in US Bank Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to H20 Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jalen Tolbert, a touchdown reception. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back set to go once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Whoa! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
Mike, think back to our conversation during the break. We've kind of both asked ourselves, are they content with this double-digit lead? Do they come out and play conservative here in the second half? Well, it took exactly one play to get our answer. They continue to get chunk plays like this. This thing could get out of reach fast.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Come on, boys. Come on.
You can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one, taken in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him on
baby.
the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and
this
they
is
continue
such
to pull
bullshit.
away.
What the fuck,
And
man?
he missed it. It's no good. One of the
don't
few
understand
things
that
that's gone wrong
fucking
so
meter.
far. So
There's
they're
no
unable to add
wind.
one more point onto this big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and Everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate out of the backfield like a traditional running back. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's going to run it, and they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll go again with White. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third down and 9. Throwing is Mayfield. Oh, a loose football. The Lions have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. They'll run to the right with Montgomery. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. Montgomery, first down, still going. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will take this one across into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Can I get this fucking extra point, please?
Taking care of business on
without
the
all
ground
this wiggling
to get the score.
stick
And Greg, the big
bullshit.
guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run by White. And the woes in the running game continue.
For sure, man. Their running game cannot compete.
So we are through 3.
Ooh, look at that score.
After this is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, baby. Keep it up, boys.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Mayfield. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw. The throw on the run
Oh, come
is
on.
complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
He's like, what game am I playing?
2nd down throw for Mayfield.
Oh,
Inside the 10, it is caught. And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give
too little, too late.
Offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
No, sir.
With down 3 scores, and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they have definitely righted some wrongs after the loss of the opener. They have the lead here, and they start this possession 1st and 10. A carry here for Montgomery. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's 1st and 10.
Run that clock down, baby.
A run up the gut with Montgomery. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Now a give to Montgomery, heading right. And he's into the end zone yet again. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions.
Yeah, baby.
3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Nice interception would be good here.
On first down is Mayfield. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Second and 11. Here's Mayfield.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield.
Really? 3 times.
Right now. It's another sack.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. First and 10. On the ground, Montgomery. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 19-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Montgomery. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Brings up second and 5.
Here's Montgomery. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions stretch things out even further. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if he can get the turnaround going here. He'll start this drive with first down. Now Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This
is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Hutch, baby.
What can they do here? This is third and forever. Here we go. One final play. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win here for the Lions. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.
Simply beautiful. I don't think we need to watch all those. That was excellent. Very, very good game. Enjoyed that game a lot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, every week we get together right about this time of the show. We take a minute and we raise our glasses. And some weeks I've got something prepared. Other weeks I don't. This happens to be one of those weeks where I don't have anything prepared. But I will say this. There's a lot going on in the world today. There's a lot going on, man. I mean, the political scene alone is enough to turn anybody off. But we're not going to get into that here. We don't talk politics here at the Happy Hour operation or on the channel, for that matter. But I do want you to think about this for a minute. As you go into your weekend, whether it is you got to work or you don't have to work, I want you to take a minute and I want you to think about you and what's important to you. There's a lot weighing down on us, man. This is no simple life, right? And the world we live in today is far more complicated than it ever has been. I think about when I was a kid, man. I mean, sure, my parents had to go through a lot. My parents were middle class, folk, both working hard, trying to pinch those pennies to make ends meet. I mean, we never knew a Christmas without one. We never had a year without a Christmas. But we didn't really travel or go anywhere. We couldn't afford to, and a lot of the meals were hamburger helper meals. So I grew up in a very modest, very, penny pinching family. And you may be living that as well. If you're not, God bless you. But if you are, just know that yes, it does take a lot to survive today, and it's not lost on me that if you're spending your time here, you're not spending your time doing something else that you might like to do, or working, trying to make that dollar, or whatever it is. All I wanted to do here was to raise a glass to you and say thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, despite all that's going on in your world, to catch up with me, allowing me to help you welcome in the weekend. And I hope it does something for you. I hope that, this little bit of time we get together makes that weekend that much more special. And I hope it gives you something to look forward to every Friday, because that's really the ultimate goal, right, guys? Is I'm trying to give you something to look forward to every Friday. I know that, when I was growing up, even in my 20s and 30s, it was like, like whether it was The Tonight Show, or whether it was Saturday Night Live, or whether it was, watching Seinfeld. Now I'm dating myself, I know. Watching those shows that everybody was tuning to every week. And so you felt like you were part of a community. You felt like you and everybody else was on the same page, because everybody would be talking about that stuff the next day. Well, I'm not delusional. I know not everyone's talking about Dizzo happy hour the next day, but we're building a community here, and people are turning to this channel and they're watching these videos. And the more chatter we can get in the comment section and in the community chat, and the more kind of likes we can get going, dude, that builds a community. And I want to give you that safe place where you can turn to every week, count on it, and know that I'm here and I got you. I got your back. That's really what this is all about, man. I want you to know, among all things, no matter how busy your world is, no matter how lonely you may feel, or no matter whatever is going on in your life that is causing you stress and distress, I want you to know you can count on Dizzo to be here for you. So keep that in the back of your mind as you kind of think about where you choose to spend your time to catch up on your content, because I know the YouTube and Twitch worlds are filled with just endless hours of content. So if you spend a little bit of time with me here at the Big Daddy Dizzo channel, whether it be here or on Twitch or even on Kick, thank you. I appreciate it, because we do this because we want to spend this time with you. I'm going to play games whether I'm recording it to YouTube or not. I choose to do this because I want to spend this time with you and give you some place to turn to. Now, if there's things I could be doing better, let me know, because that's what I'm here for. I want to make this our show, our channel. It's not just my channel. Sure, my name's on it, but this is our place. And happy hour operation is our time to get together and hang out together. So leave me a comment, send me an email, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, it doesn't cost you anything. Help us build this community. Short of that, don't do anything I wouldn't do this weekend. Stay safe. Get out there and play some games. And for God's sakes, folks, be good to one another, will you? We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
That's it for now. Big Daddy Dizzo will be live again soon. Until then, we appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the channel and don't be a jerky.